Today we're going to look at the Estrella linear lighting system from Ricoman. We've seen a lot of lighting products on the channel, but none that physically look like this, Gordon. So where would I use this type of light fitting?
Yeah, you're right, Gary. We've done lots of lighting products that possibly used in the residential applications, downlight, some LED strip.
Yeah.
But this linear extruded system from Ricoman is for those commercial applications. So I'm thinking retail, I'm thinking office spaces. Yeah, what you've brought in there, that's typically what we think of in terms of office lighting of the past, where you had that 600 by 600 ceiling grid. The fluorescents may have been replaced now by LED panels, but the lighting in that kind of space is pretty uninspiring.
And you say that, but now when you look up, I'm seeing no suspended ceiling. I'm actually seeing the building behind it. I'm seeing trunking, I'm seeing tray, and I'm seeing things that look like this, Gordon.
Yeah, and that's a lot of retail space, a lot of food outlets. Yeah, they remove the ceiling and leave the services up there, and you've got to paint them black, and obviously where do you put the lighting in that kind of environment? And that's where this sort of system comes in.
And then beautiful lighting systems like this, where we're actually not just lighting the space down, we're lighting space up.
Yeah, and that's a vaulted ceiling like that can be quite challenging to light, because where do you put the lights? How do you get back to them for cleaning and things like that? So yeah, this is again where you typically find this kind of linear system hanging from the roof. So let's look at the suspended option first, and you can see there this unit hangs from a wire, which is a wire and clutch mechanism allowing you to set the height, and it simply clicks into the extrusion profile on the back.
Nice and simple, I like that.
Very simple.
We like simple ideas. Can we surface mount the same fitting?
So you can, yes, obviously, I like the wire hanging option, but obviously you can mount that to the surface of the ceiling. So this would go straight flat up to the ceiling with a mounting clip in there.
So we insert a clip into here, which we screw to the ceiling, and we clip the light fitting in.
Yeah,
okay.
So let's do it, Gary. Bring camera in and have a closer look at this first profile.
Okay, yeah.
So this is the rectangular profile that's both used for the surface mount version and the suspended version.
Right.
And it's a common set of components across the front. So you've got this rear channel here where you put your mounting clips.
Okay.
And then obviously the front surface where you have your main light source. Now this main light source comes in lots of different options. So this is a version with a low glare louver in white. Here's the same option in the black extrusion with the low glare louver in black.
I like that one. Yeah, very nice.
We can go for a narrower beam option.
Okay.
I'll bring that in as well, so you'll see some more directional lenses there. Again, it's all the same profile, so that's the good thing about this is if you had a large installation with lots of different lighting effects you wanted to create,
right,
you can use, it's the same profile.
Yeah, so you're looking at exactly the same fitting, but you've actually got a different light coming out of it.
Yeah, and there's one very special one that I thought was probably a real standout one in the range. We've got a wall wash optic.
Okay, so do you want me to bring that in?
Let's have a little look at that.
So I thought this was very clever when you showed me it. That wall there has a uniform light falling all the way down it. How does that work, Gordon?
Yeah, well that's a special lens system, Gary, that you'll see there's a directional light, and it's a kind of non-linear light, so it puts more light at the bottom of the wall than it does at the top. And obviously that means when you're looking at the wall, it looks very evenly illuminated.
And that's been created by that lens there, and it's actually got a sticker on it, and that sticker's pointing at the wall, is that correct?
Yes, so yeah, if you get it the wrong way around, obviously you end up not washing the wall, you end up washing the person looking at the wall. But that's great if, say, you're in an office and you have possibly a whiteboard.
Right, yeah.
Or you're in a retail environment, you wanted to light the shelves evenly from top to bottom. You obviously want the produce to stand out regardless of where it is on the shelf. Obviously the expensive stuff at the top, as we always know. Yeah, that is the lens you'd use for that, and that's a really useful addition. But the fact that it doesn't change from possibly the light you're using for the main source of the room,
right,
just keeps everything nice and fresh and uniform.
Yeah, everything looks the same, but it's all giving this slightly different light. And I really did like that, because even that wall colouring, as you look down it, as you pan down it on the video footage that you saw, it was like, oh, that light is just the same all the way down. Yeah,
so that's a bit special. Then obviously we've got these low glare options here, and we've got this very low glare option here, which is this is the recessed version that you can actually mount into a ceiling structure.
What, this one here?
Yeah, this one here. So
right,
okay, let's have another
closer
look at
got
how you would mount that.
Hefty looking clips on it, yeah.
Yeah, so again, you screw this mounting bracket into the back of the profile.
Right.
There's the side profile, so you can see where it would be cut into the ceiling. You've got that bezel there to hide, obviously, your cut point.
Yep.
And then you just screw these screw-mounted brackets on. I'm not going to let them go.
No.
It could be a painful moment. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's again another option. So again, you're keeping that same look and feel across a whole project.
Yeah, again, clever stuff.
And then, okay, the last of the clever front-facing optics is this, as I said, this low, very low glare one here.
Right. Flip that one on.
So you'll see I'm getting now a lot of light on the desk.
Yes.
But you're looking at this from the side and the viewer sees it from the camera, you don't actually see where the light's coming from.
No, so as I'm looking, I'm at eye height there, actually I don't see any light really. I'm just seeing the side of this, and then when I look down, that's yeah,
so
I like
if we
that.
tilt that sort towards the camera, then eventually you start seeing the light source themselves, and actually it is very bright, but in a lot of applications you want to see the light on the surface, not where the light's coming from, and that helps in areas where there's possibly a lot of computer screens and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's possibly switch it off. Now let's have a look at the lens design on that, because it is something a little bit different.
Right. Okay.
So if we go in there, so again you can see that LED light source quite a long way back in the fixture.
It is.
And then there's a reflector element, and then the low glare part at the front.
Yeah, that does exactly what it says it's going to do. It lit the desk and obviously didn't light anywhere else.
Yeah. So then the final bit. Let's flip back to the back.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I did notice that earlier on. We've got light coming out from both sides on this one. So let's turn that one on. Okay. Yeah. So
this is something, and if you ever want a rule of lighting, as our good friend Ray Maloney said, check out his webinar on lighting design. You want to light the walls and the ceiling. This light element here is to light the ceiling.
Right, okay. So
you have your downlight.
So that would be suspended hanging down, the light would be bouncing up, and obviously we've also got light coming down.
Yeah, so you've got a very wide light going up at the ceiling to light that, and then now a narrow diffused light or whatever we need, or that wall wash light hanging down. So again, more flexibility. If you flip back to one of the projects you showed
I think it was this one here, yeah.
And that's the kind of light source that was used in there.
And it's a brilliant light source because you don't actually appreciate it. I think that's another rule almost, and it, good lighting, you don't notice it, you only notice bad lighting.
And that's where I think this system really comes into its own. If you want to mix things up, you can also add some spotlights into the extrusion profile as well. Perhaps you want to pick out a specific piece of art on a wall or another feature in a room.
And the beauty of those spotlights is, of course, you can rotate them into the position in which you want to angle the light, Gordon.
Now, we could be here all day talking about, obviously, the number of combinations you can have between those lighting options, the uplighting options, the mounting options, but then, of course, you layer in the options for emergency lighting and controls, dimming to go with that. And this is a really flexible system that, you could probably use the one system to light an entire building in loads of different ways.
This Estrella linear lighting system from Ricoman. Are you using a linear lighting system? Please comment below. We'd love to hear your comments. What's your go-to light in a commercial environment? Please leave those below and we'll try and get back to as many as we can.